Fousey, I will say, is at the very least able to spin the attention that he gets, positive or negative. For a short amount of time, he's able to spin it into gold before it all falls apart. You know, Boogie has not done that for years. Big Bungie video about Fousey. I was planning on doing a video about Fousey a while ago. Like, I literally have had for like a year a video script written about Fousey, and I kept updating it as more would happen, but he still keeps coming back. He still keeps doing crazy. So I can't even, I'll never be able to finish the video.
I'm straight.
Okay.
I only like women.
Okay, because you said you're gonna jerk your guy.
I'm actually very comfortable with my sexuality.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yay, let me suck your dick.
Yeah. Dude, we are here and we are queer with Fousey, okay? Bass, dude. I love it, okay? I think it's cool. I think it's cool. That video where Fousey, he had this arc when he was IRL streaming. By the way, whatever you want to say about Fousey, he is undoubtedly one of the most entertaining people of all time, even if he is kind of a scumbag, and you can't deny that, okay? He is undeniably super entertaining. That video where he was acting zesty to get out of a traffic ticket is one of the funniest things I've seen in like the last 5 years. The video where he gets arrested and he tells the officer how big, the officer's like, do you have any weapons on you? He's like, yeah, my dick is big. It's 9 inches. It could hurt you. Put that on body cam. Put that on the internet. That was like, I just can't look away from him. I can't look away from fabulous Fousey. The airport video is hella scummy. What was his airport? Oh, you mean that girl that he was with in the airport? Yeah, I mean, Fousey is an insane person, for sure. Like, I'm not saying that he's not a scumbag, but he is super funny. Didn't he assault random people? No, I think you're thinking of Vitaly. Vitaly is the guy who was, I think he was on mushrooms or something, and he hopped out of the bushes and beat the shit out of a random girl.
Are you a little gay? I feel like this
I
kind
do
of...
say I'm non-binary and gay. I still look at you in the eyes and say I'll suck your dick. If I wanted to, it could be nasty.
If I wanted to, it could be nasty. What do you mean by that? Oh, yeah, this is the video where, dude, he faked the drama with Rice Gum, and then he was, like, groping him. He just molested Rice Gum on camera. It was so cool.
Yes, I still look at you in the eyes and say I'll suck your dick.
Yeah, let maintenance come up here, Poppy, please. Thank you, Louis.
Everyone I've covered on this channel tends to have one primary character trait, and that trait is insufferable, uncontrollable narcissism. The belief that the world revolves around them. The belief that they are the most important person on the planet and they have a responsibility to lead others and to be a primary catalyst to that person's growth because they are so important. FouseyTube is kind of like the final boss of narcissism. Fousey built his career off making fake pranks.
And I'm like, I'm going to be an actor. So I knew I needed to take it into my own.
He's jacked in the hotel room clip. Fousey got really shredded. I think it was for his boxing match against Deji. Fousey was really shredded for a while. He actually, not only did he get shredded, he got really lean for a bit. FouseyTube shredded. We're going to be more gay than even he's ever been. Yeah, he got super, super shredded.
One day I'm going to be holding this, going to have 8-pack.
He got crazy fucking shredded, man. Like, insanely, you know, which is pretty hard to do. It's just like the pure bipolar Riz, the pure bipolar motivation to just do anything. If he's manic enough, he can just drive himself to accomplish literally any goal he wants. But yeah, the most recent thing with him, unfortunately, has been him completely crashing out. He's been, if you check his Twitter account, I can't play most of it on stream, I assume, but he's been like posting extremely manically. Vitaly, trust me right now. Keep Dream and Luke. Fire everyone else. Learn from my mistakes, brother. They just want your money. They don't give a fuck about you. Fire them, king. What exactly is G7, you ask? I didn't even get a chance to share this with the world. We were plotting. Every single thing was calculated. Anything that happened, good or bad, I got on my hands and knees and said, Alhamdulillah. Allah is the best of planners. You've been hating on me for days, and now you want to say hashtag free Fousey. You better hope they don't free me and I never run into you, N-word. He's been saying the N-word a lot lately, interestingly. And he was on an arc for a while where he was like, I never, you remember that clip? He like said the N word. He's like, I never say that word. Now he just says it every day. Yeah, dude. This clip is so awesome. Isn't he black? No, he's like Palestinian.
I never use that word. I swear to God, this isn't content. I never use that word. I've listened to rap songs every day on this subathon, and I always change it out for brother. I had a tweet that literally said,
Now he's just constantly tweeting it. He's just like me, bro. He's just like me.
On hand, so I made a YouTube channel. Like, it was authentic, it was raw, it was real, it was talented.
He said it on Kai Cenat stream, did he? And where Kai Cenat stream? Haven't seen that. 22 hours ago, Kai Cenat calls Fousey on stream. Oh, I saw this one. This is not Kai
When I
Cenat
started in
stream, though.
2016, cancel culture was real. Now, there is no cancel culture. They can say whatever the they want. Y'all let sexual predators back on the system. Y'all let racists back on the system. Y'all let, like, radicals on the system. Y'all don't give a Y'all pick and choose who makes it in this game and who to forgive and who do not. Suck my dick. I approve myself. Nick.
I said the N-word today. I'm not sorry. At not quite lick dub gave me the pass. G8. It's not even G7 anymore. It's G8, dude. We're on a G8 arc now.
always change it out for brother. I never use that word. I never use that word. I've listened to rap songs every day on this subathon, and I always change it out for brother. I had a tweet that literally said,
Yo, bro, chill. Wait, is this not black? What the fuck? Wait, what? He's not? Bro, relax, bro. Oh, he's not? Oh, my fault. Yo, bro, if Fousey was to come in my room right now and be like, yo, what's up? I swear to God, I won't say. I swear to God.
You heard it. Okay, you heard it from Kai. Kai says it's cool. Kai says it's chill. Kai says it's fine. You can say it, man. It doesn't even matter. Okay, it's fine. Apparently, he checked him for saying the N-word recently.
In today's episode, gang, Kai Cenat brings Fousey.
What is this voice, dude? What is this voice?
Onto his Mafia-thon 2 live stream.
This is insane. I can't watch the coming up part.
I can't hear you, Kai.
I can't.
Why does he have cocaine voice?
Kai. Well, sorry. Hey, DDG said I'm allowed. DDG and Dub said I'm allowed.
They said I'm allowed, dude. If you've been called it, you can say it. True. I've been called it many times.
What? What? Can you hear me?
DDG and Dub said I'm allowed to say.
Okay. Are you black? Okay. Wait, can you talk? Wait, I can't talk again. I can't hear you.
I'm Palestinian. The only thing black about me is my penis.
Oh, okay. Yo, first of all, Fousey, what's up, bro? How you been? How you been?
Kai, listen. Last year when you reacted to my
Had to put on the hat for this one. Like, once again, like, Fousey, he is insane. But I can't even be mad at him because he's just so funny. Fousey oiled up Charleston collab stream when, dude, Fousey would probably do the Charleston. I feel like I've seen him dance, and he's definitely got swagger. I think I've definitely seen him dance. Ellen's Dance Dare FouseyTube. He did a dance for Ellen. Bro, I forgot his, like, inspirational messages. Oh, commas turned off based. Yo, glad you're enjoying these videos. My name's Yusuf, and as you can see, aka Fousey. This channel was built over the span of 10 years. It's like a peek into my 20s. I'm currently 32 and living a vastly different life now. Some of my content used to be here. My purpose is now to help motivate, inspire, and change the lives of others. He's got a vlog motivation channel, a fitness channel, which is coming soon, apparently. Fousey Fitness. I guess this is fitness channel, which has now evolved into stream clip channel. Let's see his dance. Let's see if he's got it. Oh, this is just him being zesty. Again. At every given opportunity, he's being zesty. Have you noticed that? He's like grinding on this random Best Buy employee. He just can't help himself. He's too horny. He's got to go gorilla mode, okay? Based force love moment. You got to respect. Oh, holy shit, that was crazy. That was kind of nuts, though. Goddamn, bro.
There was like class in it.
It was raw, it was real, it was full of class. It was the public experiment. The one thing the actors didn't want it to be was raw and real, but alas, Fousey had other ideas.
I always say this. I got canceled for fake pranks back when I got canceled as harder than some people get canceled for sexual assault these days. And I'm sitting there like, I staged the prank, which made you laugh, which made you comment and said...
This wording of canceled is always confusing to me because Fousey never really got canceled. Like, people did shit on him and criticize him, but he never really got canceled. People just, like, H3 and, like, Leafy and people like that made fun of him. He never really got canceled on YouTube. If he had just continued posting videos, he would have been fine. I mean, he had 10 million subscribers. If he just kept posting all the videos he was posting, he would have been fine, I think. You know, his views took a bit of a dip for sure, but it was never like he could never come back. You know, it was just the prank genre kind of died for a little bit. Roman Atwood at the time moved on from the prank genre to do family vlogs instead, which had some pranks. Like he did that big prank where he filled his house with like colored balls, but he never really got canceled. Oh, dude, I watch it every time I look up FouseyTube, but I can't not bring it up. Okay, I literally can't not bring it up. It's too good. He almost got canceled for taking advantage of that girl at the airport. I mean, did he really get canceled though? I mean, people definitely shit on him for it, but he never really got canceled. I feel like with Fousey, he's just so insane that if he just pushes on, it will never really matter. I don't know if this is the funniest clip of him. It's really hard to rank them, but this is definitely in like the top, I don't know, top 10, I would say. But he has so many. Oh, wait. In the clip I saw, they added the whole audience going, oh, like gasping. But apparently that's not even real. Apparently it's not even a real thing. What the there's one I saw where they all gasp at him. Is this it?
For a long time, I looked at myself in the mirror and I based myself based on what I read on the comments. I felt worthless. I felt ugly. I felt gay. I felt that
Oh, it was a canned sound effect. I thought it was real. The crowd reaction is so strong. It sounds like a pre-recorded sitcom laugh track. It was, though. It was. I thought the gas was real. I'm autistic.
Thank you for making my day. I was depressed and now I'm laughing. Life is hard. I can't. Life is rough for me. I don't want to live anymore.
I always felt like you were unfairly treated by the critics, you know.
I like how they don't bring up the public experiment. Weird how they don't bring that one up. They'll bring up the fake pranks, but they won't bring up the public experiment. A video where Fousey makes a victim explain their story of how they were 13 by a family member whilst simultaneously making a fake prank based on it.
Just look in the mirror, guys. He definitely was not like unfairly canceled. I don't think he was canceled at all. All the criticism was definitely justified because what he would do is he would take a very sensitive social issue like homelessness or something like that, right? And then he would make a fake prank based on it to try and like stoke reactions and get attention for it, right? Like he did that, like he did the homeless prank, and the entire homeless prank was like, hey guys, we're going to see how rich people treat homeless people when the homeless guy tries to give them money. And he hired these people to walk up to him and be like, you know, like guys in like suits who are like, oh, they're, you know, the 1%, they're rich guys, right? He had the homeless dude there. I think it might have been him. It's probably still on YouTube. And the whole bit, the whole point of it, and keep in mind, he didn't frame it as a bit. He said it was real. The whole entire point of it was to be like, rich people don't care about homeless people because when they offer them money, they throw it back at them in their face. FouseyTube homeless prank. Yeah, what if the homeless gave you money? This was like so clearly fake. The epic intro, bring those back, bro. I need an intro like that.
I'm legit nervous right now. Yo, sir.
You guys remember those intros were a thing on YouTube for a while. One of my personal favorite channels, they had a pretty good intro. Let's see if I can find this on YouTube. Yeah, this is a good intro. This is one of my favorite channels back in the day. You guys probably watched it. I was a big fan of that channel back in the day. They had a lot of good stuff. There was a lot of intros like that. You know, a lot of sort of underrated channels that had a lot of great production value that I feel like people weren't weren't really privy to. Today I felt gay. FIFA Director 2022 base, dude. I forgot about that one. Holy waiting for the exhale, bro. Ronnie McNutt Gaming, yeah, that was definitely another one back in the day. There were a lot of them. But yeah, Fousey would make these pranks on like sensitive social issues, and he would try to stoke the flames of class divide by making it look like all rich people were evil and hated homeless people and like throw money back in their face.
I just want to be a helping hand today. God bless.
What?
God bless. I'm just trying to help out.
I don't need your money, you asshole. I can buy you.
Like, it's not even believably fake. It's like the most obviously fake in the world. But a lot of people watched this and thought it was real at the time because a lot of the people watching YouTube are idiots or children. Down syndrome, FouseyTube viewers. As if the average person is just...
Oh, that's classy. That's classy. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe on that one. Or maybe you would prefer the homeless child experiment, a video where Fousey gets children to pretend to be homeless. My favorite part of this one is where he tells the kid to cry on camera, and then he has to look away from the camera because he's about to start laughing.
Just what happened to this world?
Wow. Then he has some actor break down and start crying about how the police kidnapped his dog because Fousey always has to include something to make himself look like a superhero.
And I can give you $100 if that would help you out for tonight.
Oh my God, sir. Oh my God, bless you.
God bless you, sir.
I like how you know the video ends and Fousey's just like, can I get that back? Can I get that $100 back? It's in your pocket. I just saw you put it in your pocket. Can I get that back? Change the way you think. A video where Fousey stokes racial tensions in the US directly after a tragedy in which many black men were killed. And then he tries to dedicate the video to them with all the finesse of a sweaty octopus trying to unhook a bra. But I laugh at the Teddy Fresh.
The prank people back then were nuts. There was the whole Joey Salads. You guys, I've talked about this on stream a few times, I think. Joey Salads, in fairness, I think he's grown and changed, so I don't want to shit on him too hard right now. You know, I think Joey Salads is probably a decent dude, but he did the whole prank where he basically brought a car to like the hood, quote unquote, and put a Trump sticker on it to be like, is it gonna get destroyed? Are black people racist against Trump supporters or whatever? And, you know, the black people destroyed the car. But the whole thing is the black people were hired actors. So he was just stoking racial tensions. There was that. There was also, I mean, Vitaly, he took a different route. Vitaly did like the zombie pranks and also the gold digger pranks. You guys remember these? He would like drive a Lamborghini around. He'd be like, hey girl, do you want to date me? To a hired actress. She'd be like, no. And then he'd like walk over to Lamborghini. And then she'd be like, oh, I actually want to date you a lot. And he'd be like, no, get lost, bitch. And it was so clearly fake. These got mad views back then. And this is before the algorithm changed, too, to be more about watch time. And so he was making absolutely insane money on these videos. Like, back in the day, you would just kind of get paid based on how many raw clicks you got. And YouTube eventually changed it to being more about watch time. So, like, longer videos would make you more money. But these videos made him bank.
What's up, cutie? Hey. What's going on?
Not too much.
Hey, I was looking at you and I thought you were really
Calling random girl you don't know cutie.
pretty and I wanted to get your number.
But she's an actress.
Is that too much to ask for, or
You know,
let's go out to dinner?
I usually go out to dinner with people.
Oh yeah, who you go to dinner? By yourself?
Sometimes.
Oh wow. That's I don't usually ask twice, but you sure you don't want to go out with me?
Your car?
Yeah, it's my car. Why?
Well, I might be able to go out to dinner with you.
You might.
There's a bar down the street if you want to go.
There's what?
There's a bar down the street.
Oh, now you want to. Too bad. I don't like gold diggers.
The epic music when he gets in the car.
This.
So epic, bro. So based. But this is what was succeeding on YouTube at the time, dude. This was the base content. This is the start of the red pill arc, all right? Andrew Tate is clamoring to be anything even close to what Vitaly ZDTV achieved back in the day. I forgot what it was like back then. Dude, I would never forget it. That's something you would do, Tom. I should do a fake video like this. But the car is like a 2002 Tacoma. Actually, girls should want to be with you if you have a 2002 Tacoma. That's cool.
Models, and suddenly I'm the racist. Now, after he made these videos, people were calling him ugly,
I felt
worthless,
I felt
gay. What could he reasonably do to shield himself from this criticism but bring a kid with brain cancer onto the channel and discuss the recent drama with him?
I immediately felt so stupid. Here I am.
Now he's catching fake pedos. Is that true? I'm pretty sure everything that Fousey does is catching real pedos. The real criticism is that he doesn't actually call the police. He just, like, spits on them. Vitaly attacked a lady in a park. I don't think it was a park. I think it was outside his house. He was, like, high on drugs at, like, 9 a.m. in, like, a bush or something. He saw some lady going for a run and thought it was a demon and beat the f out of her. I talked about this and I made a video about the prank community, like, a year or two ago. He went ape on her, dude. The injury photos are brutal. Like, he pulverized her. Look at this. This is what he did to this poor girl. Look at that, dude. Yeah, he was on shrooms. A lot of these prank dudes do seem insane. Vitaly's insane. Fousey's insane. The only one that seems like to have his head screwed on straight is Roman Atwood. Roman Atwood is a pretty normal guy. But Vitaly saw this random girl. He was high on shrooms. Decided to give her the boom. He was like, we bring the boom. And then he disfigured her face. This side of her head swelled up. It's insane, dude.
Thinking I'm big and mighty, fighting this big battle about YouTube drama, when there is a 12-year-old fighting a real battle. A battle to live.
Which vlog were you watching? The one from today?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah? Is there too much drama right now? No? I felt like there was too much drama in it. Why am I dealing with this drama if you're over here so happy?
Using this child for your YouTube drama to make yourself look good. Like this Make-A-Wish kid who just wanted to meet his favorite YouTuber being like, why are people talking about drama? He's such a weirdo, man. He's such a weird guy. I get weirded out just by filming Make-A-Wish stuff in general. I mean, sometimes it's probably fine, but I just get weirded out by filming some charitable acts in general. You know, sometimes it's probably whatever. Like, I don't really care that Mr. Beast films charitable acts because he uses the money to fund more of them, and you know, there is a purpose to it, but with the way Fousey's doing it, like he's literally just doing it for publicity and nothing else. And then he's telling his kid, like, doesn't Keemstar suck? Keemstar sucks so much, man. Like, come on, bro.
After this, he started to fall off, not because of drama, not because of fake pranks, not because of Keemstar, but because YouTube started with this kind of content. He runs a self-help motivational show, but only 400 people show up. On top of this, Ricegum calls him irrelevant on stream. Fousey's ego is hurt, so he creates
Hate Dies, Love Arrives, July 15th.
That what you put into my head made me want to now!
He's insane. He's absolutely insane.
Sky 9 was over the scene of the Greek theater as bomb-sniffing dogs went through the aisles.
And that's why I'm a leader and a champion, dog. Energy, got a lot of energy, got a lot of people trying to jam me in this energy. I did it! July 15th, Los Angeles, California!
Yeah!
Eating up your breakfast when I'm
heating up my dinner.
Yeah. You burning in the summer while I'm bundled up in the winter.
Drake was gonna be there. Eminem was going to be there. They were going to suspend Biggie's corpse on string and have him perform Dead Wrong. The event rolls around. It's a complete disaster. Instead of Drake, we get Lil Pappy. Even though they claimed to have sold out all the tickets, only 1,000 people were there. Turns out, thousands of tickets had been bought and then not used. I wonder who did that one. None of the YouTubers who showed up had any idea what the event even was.
Let's get on!
Yes!
Listen to my boy Rug.
Dude, there was this legendary podcast from this period of time. It was Adam 22's show, and it was like a live show, I think. And Fousey and Shane Dawson and Ice Poseidon and Keemstar all showed up. Yeah, this was insane.
Someone that is...
Yeah, Sam Pepper showed up. So many different people just showed up to this stream, and it was absolute insanity. It was absolutely bonkers. This was like, man, sometimes I forget, like 2016 YouTube was good, but 2018 definitely had some good moments. This was one of them. It was absolutely fire.
I leave my house the day before, right? And there's
and he kept saying he met Drake. I think Drake, because everybody called him crazy, which he is crazy. I think Drake like actually name dropped Fousey in a song or something.
Much energy surrounding us. And before leaving my house, right, I had knew that I wanted Drake to get there. I knew I was in talks with OVO Johnny. I knew I was in talks with all this, but it hadn't fully happened yet. I leave my house, I take my friends to dinner. We're walking in, TMZ is there. TMZ, I don't know why they didn't post it, whatever, but TMZ did a thing. I gave a
Shane's locked in. Yeah, this is when people like Shane. This is before the total downfall of Shane Dawson. Considering how like family friendly he was at this time, you know, he was kind of on the LGBT content arc. I'm kind of surprised he was even willing to be on a podcast with some of these edgier dudes like Keemstar. Kind of shocking to me. Drake isn't real. Very true. Very, very true. If you ever get a chance to listen to that whole podcast, it's really entertaining.
And then someone calling a bomb threat. Despite the fact that Drake was in New York when this was happening, despite the fact that Fousey has never met or interacted with Drake in any way.
This is all lies, by the way. Big Bungie is slandering Fousey. Fousey and Drake are best friends. They hang out. They have had sex. They are both zesty, light-skinned gamers. And you will respect them.
Despite the fact that Drake's team claimed they didn't even know the event existed, Fousey still...
Not true. That's slander. Drake's team did know the event existed. Drake was supposed to be there, but the demonic Democrat demagogues who killed Peanut the Squirrel are responsible for him not showing up. Once again, slander. Big Bungie's a terrible channel.
Claims to this day that Drake was coming to the event.
If we talk about July 15th on here, I'm going to stand on my 10 toes and say Drake was going to be there.
Because otherwise...
Stand on my 10 toes? Once again, his phrasing is just so Kino. Like, I don't know if it's because he has bipolar or if he's just genuinely like one of the most creative people of all time. He just says shit that I could never forget, ever.
He would have to admit that he built this entire event on... Fousey will only admit to things when he can put a positive spin on it. Fake pranks, well, it was only a prank. Fake social experiment, well, it was sending a positive message. But lying about Drake coming to your event to sell more tickets and make more money, well, that's just a scam, isn't it? And what about the bomb threat? Fousey had a few theories. It was someone in Sam Pepper's audience.
Do you have any idea about who made the threat or what was the threat?
I think I know, so I blame nobody but myself, but Sam Pepper. And he says, yo, Fousey, can I come to your event? Of course, brother, because we were beefing. Of course, brother, this event is called Hate Dies, Love Arrives. I'd love to have you. Sam Pepper's live streaming. Put two and two together. How
you think maybe it was one of his audience?
100%. I think so.
There's no specific reason to believe that necessarily, but in fairness, Sam Pepper by this point in time, I think was on the like sort of Ice Poseidon degenerate content arc and probably had a really crazy audience. So it's not insane to think that maybe it had something to do with one of Sam Pepper's. Like I'm not going to say that it was a Sam Pepper audience member, but I wouldn't be surprised if I found out it was. Like that would be a likely culprit, you know? Sam Pepper himself has had a really interesting arc on YouTube. He himself would probably make a great video.
So,
or maybe the government got scared because he's like
Sam was streaming it, so was Fousey. Well, yeah, but they have very different audiences, right? Like Sam Pepper's audience by this point in time was like a very degenerate, like just trying to see the downfall of everyone type of audience, you know? It was like very similar to the Ice Poseidon audience. I mean, keep in mind, like, I'm not blaming Ice Poseidon for what happened at that airport, but like he did have a really crazy audience at that point in time who was just trying to see whatever the content could be, no matter what the cost was, right? So like it was the kind of audience that would want to see that happen. And Sam Pepper kind of latched onto that whole IP2 kind of thing and wanted to profit off of it and definitely had a really nuts audience at that point in time.
He's a what? What is he saying? He's Palestinian? What the f is he talking about?
Hierarchy, Illuminati person was like, we're not going to let this event happen. He's Palestinian. I don't know. There could be so many conspiracies.
You believe that?
What's crazy is...
You believe that's possible?
Oh, yeah.
Why would... Why would...
I was part of that audience. They just want to see the world burn. Yeah, exactly. They did, for sure. No doubt.
There be someone that wouldn't want you to have the event?
It could just be, you know, a Palestinian Muslim has this much energy and control and eyes on him. Like, that's not good.
Surely there's other.
This is the arc he's on now. He's on a, ever since the stuff in Gaza, he's been on a very, very big Palestinian Muslim arc. I'm curious if he, like, hates Ethan Klein now. Like, does he think that Ethan is some kind of Zionist now? Is he watching Hassan streams? I wouldn't be shocked.
Sure.
Bro, in this industry, if it wasn't for Rami and Mohammed recently, we have nobody.
Seems far-fetched to me.
I have a different theory. He did it. Fousey did it. It only benefits him. Now he can say, oh, Drake was gonna show up, but he couldn't because of the bomb threat. It wasn't safe. Perfect way to mask his lies. And on top of that, he is a Palestinian Muslim, which he never fails to mention. I'm not accusing him of anything here. But it's not impossible that July 15th was a failed jihad. That's the beauty of Islam, though. No matter how bad you are, there's always a path back to redemption, just as long as you're willing to kill enough white people. Recently, Fousey started doing 24-hour live streams that mostly involve screaming, crying, assaulting teenagers, crying, being a public menace, crying, a lot of crying. He goes onto the H3 podcast.
The live streams were goated, though. Like, the interesting thing about Fousey is he's always able to garner attention. Back in the day with the pranks, he got a ton of attention on him. Even when he was getting like his lights punched out by Bryce Hall, or when he was doing a boxing match against Deji, he had a ton of attention on him. When he was doing the IRL streams, he had a ton of attention on him. And it's not just because, like, he's not like the other IRL streamers. He is in the way that he is, like, you know, annoying and a freak and has no shame. But he is genuinely like a good entertainer. He does say memorable shit. Like, with a lot of the IRL guys like Johnny Somali, they're only funny when they're getting into trouble. But Fousey is funny when he's even not. Like when Fousey Zesty Cop, this wasn't even him being like a freak or anything. This was like just him being hilarious.
Let me get the dog.
He gets pulled over by a cop, and to get out of it, this is what he does.
Let me get the dog.
Hey, doing sir, I'm Officer.
Hi, officer. I'm so sorry. I understand what happened. Listen, 2 people today. Sir, literally right before you, I swear to God, God is my witness, may he come strike me down if I'm wrong. Your license plate is falling off. We said we're going home to fix it. I promise you.
Yeah, no, the reason I stopped is for your cell phone. You're in your cell phone.
I was on my cell phone? Yeah. No, I was just turning the GPS on, I swear. Look, I have a Tesla right here and I put it right here. I promise you, may God strike me down.
Yeah, I believe you. Do you have your license?
I do, sir. Here you go. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good, man.
I don't do drugs.
Being honest,
I don't do drugs.
If I ever get arrested or if I ever get pulled over on stream, more likely, which I don't think I'd ever do an IRL stream, but if I ever do and I get pulled over, this is exactly what I'm doing. A little too natural. Dude, he's great at it. He pulls it off so well.
She doesn't do crack anymore. We're good.
Okay.
She doesn't do crack anymore, base, dude.
I'm sorry.
Is that where you guys live at? 18445?
That's where I live, yeah.
Okay. Do you have the registration?
I just bought this car. It's brand new.
Okay.
But I think on my app,
L Tesla, though.
I have the Tesla insurance.
That's fine.
Because insurance on Tesla is done through the app. Is that okay, officer?
Yeah, you're good. Just what about the registration?
Registration, yeah, it's a brand new car, so it should be in the glove box. Let me find out right now.
How are you liking it so far?
Oh my God. Okay. I've driven gas my whole life. My whole life. Once I got Tesla, bitch. Yeah. Never going back. Never going back.
Like, he knows how to handle cops. He knows be friendly, be annoying, tell them a story so they want to get away from you. Like, he's genuinely entertaining even when he's not like punching Jack Doherty in the head. Like, he is a very, very entertaining dude. He's not just like all the IRL streamers, right? He has the potential to actually be a really entertaining dude, even outside of, like, you know, the freak savage scam he does.
And gains a ton more viewers, which pushes him to break up his friendship with Keemstar using an excuse that Ethan Klein literally gave him a week earlier.
Isn't it crazy that out of all people who I would become BFFs with and business partners, it would be Keem?
It is. I always felt like that relationship was almost like I don't know that you were even consciously aware of it, but I felt almost like it was just please, bro, I'd rather be friends than enemies. Just leave me the fuck alone.
The only reason people are friends with you is because they know you can cancel them. You don't give a about anybody but yourself.
Our friendship was a fake friendship. You were just friends with me because you were afraid of me?
I was scared as of you, dog. You made me want to kill myself.
So you're a fraud. You're a fake friend and a fraud.
He then starts sucking as much clout of Ethan Klein as possible.
You're a piece of That's why H3 owns you, and that's why I'm family with them now.
That's why H3 owns you and why I'm family with them now. One of the funniest things he ever did, I was watching it live when it happened on stream, and I covered it. Unfortunately, I got copyright claim for it at the time because whatever agency Fousey was using was... He was screaming at Keemstar, and he was like, Keemstar, did you not make a song called... Actually, I'll just pull it up. Why even describe it? I'll just pull it up. It's way funnier to just watch it happen. This, yes.
That's what you're doing. Because I'm grinding with my own success. I don't need to use somebody else's name. You've never done anything that's creative. You made one song called Dollar in the Woods. And first of all, my dog that died that I buried in the woods was named Dollar. So go f yourself, first off. Second off.
Well, you hit me with some crazy accusations, but that right there,
That's the fucking one that was my dog named Dollar? So you actually think that Dollar in the Woods is about your dog? Answer this question. Was my dog named Dollar? Do you really believe that? You're not answering my question. Was my dog named Dollar? Yes, it was. Did I bury Dollar in the woods in my New Jersey house? I don't know. Did you release a song after his burial called Dollar in the Woods? Bro. Exactly.
He's so schizo, dude. I love him. Once again, he is the most entertaining person on the internet, okay? FouseyTube, not a good person, but he's so entertaining I can't look away. Ever. Fucking ever, dude. I cannot look away from this guy. That's funny, but mean. I mean, yeah. But, I mean, yeah, I guess. Keemstar mogged by a schizophrenic. Dude, he did get mogged. Fousey W, all right? Fousey always wins. That's what you have to learn. Fousey always wins.
Whilst the H3 audience and crew hail him as such an honest, nice, wholesome guy. This was such a wholesome interaction. He seemed so happy to be there. This might be my favorite guest you've had on. I went in with a preconceived notion about who he was, but this changed my mind completely. He was so honest about all his struggles, seemed so genuinely excited to have someone to open up with, and also be around people who are nice to him. It's clear he's trying to start over and create a happy environment for himself and his audience. I was so proud of him when he
Isn't he supposed to be a Muslim? They're not even supposed to be in a house with dogs. Hey, leave him alone. All right, you don't know. Alhamdulillah. Salam alaikum. Brahaba. What's the other thing? Wallahi. Wallahi. Yeah, wallahi, buddy. Love speech. Hashtag wallahi.
Said that he went to rehab and has been taking his sober journey seriously. He's a good guy deep down. I hope he and AB can work out together or something. I think that could become a great friendship. This dude is sitting there going over some of his biggest regrets and mistakes of his life with such honesty and humility. The amount of self-work it must take to get to that place is so impressive. Honestly inspired by the humbleness and humility of this man, especially knowing how he has struggled with his ego, as we all have, and I have definitely a particular struggle myself. What? Fousey is turning himself into a real role model for the lost boys of the current rising generation. I have my master's degree in psychology, and listening to Fousey talk about his mental health treatments, etc. was so refreshing. He was so well spoken and educated. I am honestly very impressed with where he's at in life. Where did you get your degree from? Professor Xavier's School for the Mentally. Seeing you both talk about your mental health meds is wonderful. A week after this, he takes advantage of a drunk sex slave.
Lol. The hard thing for me to figure out is, like, what percent of Fousey's behavior is genuine manipulation? Like, on that podcast, did he go into it thinking, like, I'm going to make myself look good to the H3 audience and look like I'm a good guy? Or did he go into it thinking I'm actually a reformed person, and then he just, like, had, like, crash outs after? Like, what kind of level of self-awareness does he actually have? I can't figure it out. I can't figure out if the manipulation is completely self-aware, or if it's like he just can't help himself, like almost with Boogie. You know what I mean? Like, he might just be delusional.
I shall now activate maximum smugness.
Since he has schizophrenia, he's delusional. He doesn't have schizophrenia. He has bipolar, I believe. I don't think he's schizophrenic, genuinely. Norak in chat says, I think he's just delusional and suffers from that weird lolcow compulsion of constant oversharing. Yeah, it could be that. I don't know. DTH says he just literally can't think about tomorrow. Right now, this second he feels changed, so it's a fact. In 5 seconds, he might not be. Yeah, that could be it for sure. But back in the day, he was definitely manipulating people with the pranks. So I don't know. I don't know if his if his mental illness has just gotten so much worse since then. And back then it wasn't so flaring up, because back then he was very manipulative. You know, like at the heyday of his YouTube career.
He goes to an airport, finds a drunk girl. She tells him she's a sex slave. His eyes, they instantly light up.
Sold in the sex trade. I actually care about this shit because I'm like an advocate for like against sex trading and all that shit.
Big advocate, yet
I'm an advocate against sex trading. I believe Fousey has talked about how he's like a addict or something, and as a result, it makes him come right away.
He can't even remember the word. He's just so aroused. You were sold into sex slavery? That's my exact type in women. Heart goes out to you. I empathize with you. But $300, bro, I just need some ass.
My audience might not understand, but I've been there. I used to be a sex addict, so I used prostitutes for years. I used massage parlors for years, so I understand.
He's like, I've tons of sex slaves. Like, he's like, I fucked like 100 exact copies of you.
It's not, my body's not.
And it's kind of weird to be like, I understand what you're going through because I've also banged hookers. Like, I understand the plight of a hooker because I've paid them personally to me all the time. He really bragged about that. Yeah, well, in his mind, it's like he's being honest and opening up about it, you know? Bungie kink shaming, true. Worst channel on YouTube, L.
Not yours, so.
Hey, Jamal, thank you for the subscription.
I feel uncomfortable.
Can I have a Discord, right? With like 8,000 members. Can I send them a picture of me and you kissing?
Look at the tactics here. This guy is well versed in sex slavery. Look how he effortlessly tests out the goods. He needs to see what those lips can do before he spends $300. He says he can get full penetrative sex for $120 and a BJ for $40.
And to the girl at the place I was going was 120. But I had so much money at the time. What the f is that?
120 to have sex or get a handy?
Have sex.
So $300, that's like a blowjob and 2 whole sexes.
He took advantage of you, he manipulated you.
FouseyTube is a rub maps expert. You guys know rub maps? Personally, I'm a huge fan of rub maps. Use it every day. Basically, it's this website, or maybe it's an app. It's one of those. And you go on it, and it gives you a map of which, like, Asian massage parlor near you will give you a handy. There's videos that, like, Nelk has done. I think Brandon did a video about it once. You just go on it, and it tells you where to get a handy. It tells you, like, the right massage parlor to go to that will you off. Tom self-reporting. I love getting off by Asian women.
How long were you stuck under his spell?
What's his contact information? Can you get him to DM me on Twitter? Not for anything illegal, just so I can, like, I just need to.
I'm gonna send you some money right now. What's your cash app? Look, I just sent you a little.
Do I need to give you?
You don't have to do anything to me. I just joined the Mile High Club. And I know it doesn't count as the Mile High Club because I was in the airport.
He's like, wait, you're a sex slave? I know about sex slaves. I used to bang hookers. Here's a bunch of money. Leaves and comes back. Like, in this stream, he leaves for like 10 minutes, comes back with this big grin on his face. He's like, bro, I just joined the Mile High Club. And then after he tried to deny it and say that it didn't actually happen.
Airport, but I still joined it.
Yeah, it was just in the airport. God knows a boss ain't letting her leave the country. He's a dickhead, by the way. What does he just makes us sit in the airport?
By the way, in case there's any speculation, this is a tattoo. He has a tattoo of hair on his head, which is really cool, and I'm going to do that when I go bald for sure.
And watch the planes fly home. Look, Sarah, all those women going back home to their families couldn't be you. If you've watched the Big Bungie channel before, then you know that my favorite excuse ever is...
I'm lying, by the way, it's a joke. It's a joke, it's a huge joke. You got pranked by FouseyTube.
Oh, it was just a joke, man. Someone hacked my phone. Someone hacked my phone and they photoshopped her in. Check the footage, man. She wasn't even there. She was a mirage.
You told me you did. You did. Tell me that. I know that for a fact. You can swear to God, and I can swear to God too.
Do you believe in God? Do you believe in God, Keem? Do you believe in God?
I believe in something, but I'm not religious.
Exactly. I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he's my only judge. You don't even believe in God. We are not even on the same level, dog.
I love this philosophical debate they're having. Fousey, you swearing to God means nothing either. You already swore to God that you did do it.
I swear to God. I swear on everything
Based.
I swear on everything I love. I just joined the Mile Club.
You better hope your God ain't real, else your family's fucked.
I think whoever in chat said that he can't think about whatever's happening next. He just thinks about whatever's happening right now. I think that's probably true. I think it's probably completely true because he, like, everything he does is just like the instant gratification. He's like, you're a sex worker? Oh my God, I feel bad for you. I used to know sex workers because I used to bang them. Here's a bunch of money. Feel better now? Okay, let's go have sex in the bathroom. Like, everything he does is just like the instant dopamine gratification. He has no actual philosophy on anything.
And in your video, you said I called you to say I fucked the woman in the bathroom.
You
on my
did.
mom's goddamn life, I didn't f this woman. Swear to God, on my fucking grandpa. Because what you're doing right now, you're trying to make it seem like I'm having a manic episode. I'll contact you when I'm done with this manic episode.
I'm so respectful to these women. Guess what I asked her? So mine comes from an intimacy disorder. Guess what I asked her while she's giving me a handy?
While she's giving you the handy?
Guess what I asked her?
I have no idea, bro.
Can you stop and give me a hug?
No, no.
Swear to God. So
He has such respect for the Asian woman jerking him off in the massage parlor that he asks her for a hug to make him feel better. He gives her $40. She's trying to just jerk him real quick to get this over with from this crazy guy. He's like, "Can I hug you actually to make you feel better?" I pity any woman who has jerked off FouseyTube and been subjected to one of his hugs. I would be terrified.
I asked this woman for a hug. You know what
That
she
is
said?
true feminism.
"You're so cute," and she gave me a hug. I treat these women with nothing but respect. Usually guys are in there drunk, do this, do that, take off your clothes. I don't do none of that.
Well, how do you know that?
Huh?
They tell you? How do you know
Yeah,
that?
I talk to these women. Because I come so fast, I have time to talk to them.
Respect.
Yeah, usually they go like,
yeah.
"Yo, they saved the life."
Yeah, literally, where my hug at? Fousey's gonna be on r/Nice Guys tomorrow.
Last 30 minutes. I go, I just need the last like 5 minutes.
What a gentleman, eh? What a gentleman. If you were enslaved by sex traffickers and gonna pick who.
Yeah, I'm gonna exploit you with the utmost respect now. That's literally what he's saying. Because he's like, I exploited sex workers for years, in his own words. And then he's like, well, I did to give her a hug, so it's like, chill, it's cool now, right? It's like based. I don't even know if that's true. It's probably not. I mean, the thing is, like, with everything he says, you just have to take it with a grain of salt. Unless you see it on camera, any claim he makes, you just can't necessarily believe it. He's a pathological liar.
I'm your guy. I'm your best friend here. He treats them with such respect. He hears out their whole story of abuse and trauma, how they were drugged at a bar and stolen from their family, and they've been trapped in this cellar for 4 months, being every day by strangers. And then after hearing that, he still chooses to them at the end of it. You idiot. Sex slaves, Fousey. Just chained to a wall. She's chained to a fucking wall, Fousey. Imagine being a sex slave. You're locked in a building, and FouseyTube just comes in, spends 30 minutes giving you some motivational speech, and then just the out of you.
Yes. I open, and she goes, "You want?" I'm like, "Yes." The second she put oil on me and touched me, I came. She started laughing at me, so I left. Now I feel even worse than before, and that cost 10 years of massage parlors.
I like how he plays the victim on the sex work. Oh my god, that sex slave that was stolen from her family, she laughed at me. I don't appreciate when the sex slave I'm
Why does he come so quick? Just and like sex make you come quick? If you're a sex addict, wouldn't you take you longer to come? Because you're so much. Wouldn't your dick be like a raw, beaten up Indian sunburned disco stick? Wouldn't you have a heart? Why does he come right away? I don't get it. Why does he? I don't. As soon as they touch his dick, he just comes. I don't really get it. Maybe his actual thing is he doesn't have premature ejaculation. Maybe he has post-ironic ejaculation. He has like post-meta-ironic ejaculation. We need IDEPS to research this. I think what would be great would be if Fousey started streaming himself going to the massage parlors and interviewing the girls. You know, he doesn't have to actually film his dick, but just interviewing the girls, you know, while he's getting jerked off, asking them for hugs, getting information about their lives and stuff. I think that would be a great stream, you know?
isn't giving me my respect. He always does this. He plays the victim in every scenario. He goes to a restaurant on stream, gets a bomb threat called in the establishment, and then he just starts berating the staff that tell him to leave because of the bomb threat.
If I leave right now, trust me, they're gonna with you guys all day and they're gonna put negative Yelp reviews if you don't let me eat. I promise you that. I'm not threatening you, I'm just telling you. We might have to leave right away. That bitch of a guy is trying to kick us out.
Which one?
One of them, the bald-headed dude. The square-looking dude.
Oh, because there's a lot of people calling.
Yeah.
You're worried about the ICBM aimed at your house? You bitch. I am paying for this food.
I don't want the food, by the way, and I'm not paying for it. It just came out. No. This restaurant. I don't want the food. The burrito.
Dude, it's like, obviously, if you're streaming at a restaurant and your audience, or I guess your trolls are calling them, trying to mess with them, obviously they're not going to want you there. It's not their fault. They're not going to get spammed with negative Yelp reviews because they kick you out. If that does happen, that's not the restaurant's fault. That's his fault. Like, just if that's how your audience is, just don't stream in public businesses when you might ruin their ratings on Yelp, dude.
Had just come out too. I was excited to eat it at this shitty restaurant too.
The bananas looked unbelievable. I'm not gonna lie.
Right? They did, and the fruit.
I haven't eaten since 2
Arizona and this restaurant.
Kicking me out because of it.
He doesn't know there are no fans and only trolls. That's not true. Fousey does have actual fans. At least when he was streaming this much, he did have actual fans. He had like 30,000 people watching him live on Twitch. Some of those were undoubtedly real fans. He had like a crazy amount of subs too. I want to say at his peak on Twitch, he was getting like 50, 60K live viewers. He had like a few thousand subs at the very least. He had like a lot of an audience, dude. That's just not true.
A terrorist threat, pussy.
Even back when he was really hated on YouTube by a lot of commentary channels, he still had a real fan base that did watch him.
I like how he starts bragging to the waitress in the middle of this.
Somebody called in a bomb threat in 2018 and made me lose millions of dollars. They're doing this to fuck with me, not you guys.
I lost $50 billion to a bomb threat. I called it on myself. Did you know that I'm important?
Right now, imagine there was 0.4 seconds left on the clock in the NBA Finals. Your team was down by 2. Your coach looked at you and said, the ball is coming to you. What are you doing in that moment? Tripping on your shoelaces and letting all these people down, or making the shot because it's a parade in your city and you cooked in a high-pressure situation?
You shooting that 3-dog or what? Are you going to hit the smackdown 4-point center court shot like a G7 hero, or are you not going to do that? Brian is like, what the is this lunatic talking about? Fousey starts this motivational talk by comparing Brian to a date.
No, he looked like you. He looked like...
Who do you think is more crazy, Fousey or Boogie? I mean, they're crazy in different ways. Like, Boogie is more just like self-pitying. Fousey's more manic. Like, he'll oscillate between self-pitying and talking about his life is over and how he wants to end it all. And then the next day he'll be like, I'm up. Everything's good. G7. We're going to be the biggest stream in the world. I'm coming back. Like, they're very different kinds of crazy. So I don't really know. It's kind of hard to rank them, you know? Boogie's more manipulative and in control, I feel. Boogie is slightly more in control than Fousey. Fousey, I will say, is at the very least able to spin the attention that he gets, positive or negative. For a short amount of time, he's able to spin it into gold before it all falls apart. You know, Boogie has not done that for years.
He's one of those creepers who put in girls' drinks.
Fousey would know, to be fair, he has a comprehensive knowledge on that subject. Don't take advice from this guy, Brian. He can't get a girl unless she's paid or pinned down. If he ever has sex with a girl, he needs 4 guys in the room to hold her arms and legs. Don't let him intimidate you, Brian. You're not a child or a woman.
Oh, during that Sneeko clip, dude, they were streaming, and Sneeko was explaining how the Earth is flat, and Fousey was like, I think that makes sense, man. I think it's actually true. It wasn't here. Or was it? It was in the Willie Mack video we just watched. This is really good. I want to see if I can find this. Yeah, this.
This led to him becoming a flat earther.
If the Earth is round, why are there so many flat points? Why is every time you look, it's completely flat for miles and miles and miles? That doesn't make sense.
That's a good question.
Sneeko, stop.
Like, Sneeko just started pushing the flat Earth conspiracies on this crazy person. He believed it instantly.
When he won't attack.
True, though? Yeah, I would never believe a globetard, personally. I mean, I agree, obviously, you know. Can't knock that.
Thank you.
How long have you been with your boyfriend? It's not good? Does he fuck you right? Honestly, that matters. Does he fuck you right?
How are you going to do this and then give advice to Brian here? What does Dick do? What does Dick do? He's very concerned with the cock on this woman's boyfriend. He's not beating the gay allegations. I love how Fousey actually thinks he's being inspiring when in actuality, Brian isn't sure he's going to make it home tonight. Even Sneeko is getting scared in this guy's presence. If you're around Fousey, you're always in danger. This guy was screaming at his own secretary because she didn't say I love you to him down the phone. This guy started punching himself in the face because his burrito.
Dude, there was this awesome moment during this where I don't know if it was his assistant or his security that he fired, but he was like, you were supposed to bring me a Red Bull, a Diet Coke, and 2 blunts an hour. Did you do that? And they're like, oh, I guess not. He's like, you're fired. You don't care about me. It was like super, super funny. He's just a crazy person. He can form no real social relationships with people because his ranking for if they love him or not is how much they benefit him and provide him dopamine in that moment. Oh, Keemstar is posting memes about Fousey right now. Put the fries in the bag. Growing a man at Unk status still reporting news about social media drama. You're welcome. Oh my God, this is cancer, bro. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Fousey's currently having a mental breakdown saying he's going to end his life, and he got banned from Kick for it literally today.
Burrito was 2 minutes late. This man dropped his phone and then proceeded to throw a cup down the street and chase a car down the motorway. This man needs to be put down like a dog. What this all makes me realize is that Keemstar is a businessman. I'd sooner start a business with Epstein's corpse over Fousey. If you're looking for fun methods to engage in with the
Is the Trump image real? Yes.
family and friends, take a shot every time Fousey says a wallahi on stream.
Yeah, wallahi, I'll cry. Just one more. Wallahi, I'll cry. Wallahi, I'll cry. Wallahi. 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 Wallahi.
You can tell he went on Google and looked up a list of common Muslim phrases so he can give credence to his grift. He's a fake Muslim if you didn't know. His own family disowned him because he's such a Muslim.
Yeah, my family's about to cut me off. I just got a text from my entire family.
Being a Muslim is in fashion right now. Every YouTuber is pretending to be a Muslim. When paganism comes back into fashion, that's my time to shine. Doing druid rituals, worshipping crows and
I don't give a what y'all say. This is my company.
Yeah, this is good.
I'm the boss, and I deserve I get no respect. So the fact that I'm demanding my respect now, I'm gonna demand it.
This is one of my favorite clips where Fousey crawls around on the floor like a pig whilst begging for the respect of the public. He started getting doxxed and harassed.
The thing is, there are definitely content creators that are genuinely religious people when they talk about it in passing. And even those who, like, you know, if you're a really religious person, it's going to be a part of your personality. But with someone like Fousey who's constantly talking about religion and constantly, like, pushing it on to other people, like, do I think that Fousey thinks he's a Muslim? Yes. Does he understand the religion and actually adhere to it? Obviously not. I think that's pretty clear.
By some guy on Kick, so Fousey threatens him, and then he calls the police and gets himself arrested. Fousey's main problem is and will always be his ego. What he does is he invents problems for himself, like alcoholism and sex addiction, and he then cures these fake problems, and through this lends more credence to him being a messianic figure. Because realistically, if you get over your alcoholism, you must be a Christ-like figure. That's what he does. He rolls all his smaller fake problems into his ego, which grows his ego bigger and bigger, to the point where he now thinks he's basically a demigod or a new Jesus. And then the views and respect he has lends credence to these delusions in his mind. We're talking about a guy that assumes that because two 20-somethings want to hang out with him, that means they want him to be their mentor.
They're like 24, 25, so I see them as like, they see me as like a mentor.
Nobody would want a chimp as a mentor, Fousey. Every video I've seen on this guy, they say the same.
That's not true. I would want a chimp as a mentor. I mean, I prefer a gorilla, but if, you know, a humble, experienced, young, but, you know, older than I chimpanzee offered, you know, some wisdom to me, I would definitely accept that for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. You know what? I'll actually do a little thing for you guys. Okay, I'll do a little preview here of a merch design we have. Let me see if I can cop this real quick. Do a little preview. We've got some serious original stuff coming here. If anyone ever steals this, I will DMC at you and ruin your life, and that is not a joke. But I've got a little preview of a design we've been working on. I should say my designer's been working on it. I've been giving him my thoughts on it because, let's be honest, the merch is really the fault of the most talented artists in the world working for me and believing in my brand. Okay, a little bit of a preview here. We've got some cool stuff coming out, all right? We've got some cool stuff we're working on. Give me a little bit of time. This is not going to be next drop. Next drop is still an Evergoon thing. We were trying to get this one done by the end of the year, this ape one, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's probably going to be like January or February, but shout out SB. This design looks sick, so eventually we will have this out. That's from the tag. It is. That's true. That's true. But yeah, we do have some really cool stuff coming out. Shout out SB, my goat, dude. Thank you, Mike the Bike, for the raid. Appreciate it, bruh. When's the next drop? We're still getting the in. It'll probably be in the next few weeks. The ape gorilla mode stuff, whatever you want to call it, you know, simian disposition. That stuff probably won't be out until, if I had to guess, like January, February. The manufacturer is just taking a long time. But I do have a merch drop that's coming out before then that's really, really good that you guys are going to like. That will probably be within the next, I'd say within 2 weeks we'll have it launched and out. That'll probably be the last one of the year, though.
Same thing.
Turn his stream off. Take his phone away. Take his camera away. He needs to be disconnected from the internet, and he actually needs legitimate professional help.
But more than anything, I think this guy definitely needs help.
I don't understand why YouTubers are going to make a whole video calling a guy a piece of shit, and then at the end go, well, even though I think he's a terrible person and a borderline sex offender, I hope he gets the help he needs. Look, I don't claim to know much about mental health, but he's been in and out of therapy for 10 years, and it hasn't helped him. So maybe his best course of action is to...
But no, Big Bungie. Look, you can, even though you're criticizing someone and you're like shitting on their actions, you can still want them to get better, right? That's not like an inherent contradiction. Because obviously, like, you know, in an ideal world, Fousey would just be off the internet, right?
Heard my diatribe there and gasped in shock. Some of you may have started to scream and cry. Let me tell you something, because I'm the only one brave enough to say it, and I want people to know that I'm brave. I am brave. Fousey is not going to kill himself. He has never tried to kill himself. He has never even considered. He's way too much of a narcissist to commit. And and he's probably also lying about his depression.
My life is in danger and you arrest a Palestinian Muslim who's viral? Are y'all dumb or are you stupid?
The thing is, I don't think he's lying about it. I think he's delusional. I think he believes he has depression. I think he could. He's clearly bipolar, you know? He's clearly a very manic guy.
Like your job?
Does this man seem
Like, this is not a sane person.
depressed to you?
When I was in a video game this year, and I was gonna drive to the bridge and jump off, guess what? You were part of that reason.
Oh yeah, I remember this. You're gonna throw yourself off a bridge, and then a paid actor shows up and can.
I mean, the thing is, like, okay, this is this isn't even the same instance that's being talked about. This is years old, but also, like, when it comes to Fousey, like, or mentally ill people in general, just because they say they want to do something and don't do it doesn't mean they won't do it in the future. Like, it's not completely impossible that he would, like, you know, with Etika, people were like, he's not going to do it, he's not going to do it, he's not going to do it, he'll never do it, he's just crashing out, and he ultimately did do it, right? So, like, I see Fousey as a very similar case where I wouldn't be shocked if he did eventually follow through with this, if he felt pushed enough somehow, you know what I mean?
Convinces you not to. It's time now for Bungie's theory. This entire Manic episode, like every single thing that's happened post-airport, it's all fake. It's all fake. Think about it. It doesn't even make any sense. What's causing it? He says that the last one was drug-induced.
As God's positioning system. Me being manic and hearing the word God, I said, oh my God, Allahu Akbar, God listened to me.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
then,
were you in a manic state at that time? Yeah.
Yeah, induced by Adderall.
And he doesn't have bipolar disorder.
2021, after the Reality High incident where I got knocked out by Bryce Hall, I get sent to a rehab in Caron, Pennsylvania, and they do a 30-day intense eval with many therapists, daily, everything. And at the end, they gave me my diagnosis, and they said, Yusuf, you have no signs of bipolar. You're severely depressed. You suffer from depression, but no signs of bipolar.
So what the He fucks that woman.
But, like, he's also mentally ill. He could be lying here, or it could be a misdiagnosis, right? Like, I think Fousey definitely has bipolar. Look at the way he's acting. Every time he gets attention online and things are going really well, he crashes out without even doing anything wrong yet. Like, recently, when he was getting attention from streaming again, he was getting on Kai Cenat's stream. Like, things are going really well. He had no reason to be manic, but he did it anyway. I don't think it's because he just wants attention. I think he's nuts. I think he needs help. He's crazy.
Right? He comes back giddy. He thinks his chat is gonna love it, but then they don't, and they call him a sex predator. As soon as he starts getting that criticism, he claims he's having a manic episode and starts acting crazy.
I'll contact you when I'm done with this manic episode.
Literally every single clip of him being crazy comes after this first controversy. The guy's a trained actor, a pathological liar. He's faked everything his entire career, and he knows what it looks like when he has a manic episode. And to those of you doubting because he lost the $15 million kick deal, firstly, he was lying about the money he was getting. Secondly, money isn't as important to Fousey as images. The guy paid a team of people thousands of dollars a month to remove negative comments from his YouTube videos. $15 million is a small price.
I mean, he's definitely a manipulative, shitty person, but I also think he's crazy. Like, I also definitely think he's nuts. I don't really see any doubt behind that. Kari Kelby says, I don't think he's depressed. I don't know if it's just mean, but when I get into a depressive state, I don't have the energy to do anything. He has too much energy. I don't know. Maybe it's different for people. I mean, the thing is, like, when he's depressed, maybe we just don't see it. Maybe it's off camera, you know? I think it's very, very likely he has bipolar or something similar, right? Because the mania is insane. Like, nobody, when he's in those states, nobody can stop him. He's not moral, man. I mean, yeah, Fousey's definitely not moral.
Price to pay to essentially get away with a sex crime. Not only in terms of legality, but also in the court public opinion. Because you see, it doesn't matter what he does now, because everyone's going to write it off once he stops pretending to be manic. For some reason, if you claim to be depressed, people just let you off because people are stupid. This guy brought a kid with cancer onto his channel to use as a shield against criticism. Do you really think he's above faking mental health disorders?
I don't think he's above it. I mean, maybe I'm being naive here. I don't think he's above it. I just think he also is crazy. Like, he acts so nuts. He acts so crazy. He was acting crazy just the other day in a way that didn't benefit him at all, and it got him banned on Kick. Like, there was no reason to do that would benefit him. He got banned on Kick.
You gotta remember what Colossal is Crazy said in his videos.
But throughout his entire career, whenever he's tried to negate criticism, the actions he's taken have been far worse than the reasons he received criticism in the first place.
There's no secret ingredient here. That's just him. That's just Fousey. There's no bipolar that makes him this way. There's no depression that makes him this way. There's nothing that makes him this way. That's just how he is. His ego is massive and it grows relative to his fame, but it also becomes fragile. After all, maintaining the belief that that you are a figure of worship is got to be pretty hard. So anytime his ego is even touched...
I agree with literally everything he's saying, except I also think Fousey's nuts. Like, all of the worst actions that Fousey takes, like, are still him. It's still him doing it, but I also think he's mentally ill. Without the mental illness, would he do it? Probably. But still. Without a doctor, this is worthless speculation. I mean, on my end as well, it is worthless speculation. It's just me, I don't know, commenting out of my ass. But I don't know. I guess when I've seen bipolar manic people in my personal life, he acts a lot like them, you know? And I don't think it's just learned behavior.
He responds violently. In conclusion, Fousey asks the question of how much does it take for a man to think he's God? And as it turns out, it takes 6 million subscribers, 10,000 live Twitch viewers, $15 million, and a ton of coke.
Us diagnosing Fousey is as valid as Bobek's diagnosing himself. Whatever he is, Fousey needs prison before he runs down some kid in a crosswalk. I mean, yeah. I don't think it's necessarily valuable for me to diagnose him. Like, I'm not a doctor, you know? I don't think you should just believe me. But, like... I don't know. Genuinely, the answer is I don't know. I would not be surprised at all if he's crazy. I would not be surprised at all if he's definitely manic in a lot of these phases, you know? What's your favorite Minecraft dog breed? Your mom.
Have you ever wanted to pay a stranger on the internet?
Sometimes. Well, it's a really interesting video by Big Bungie. It was good. I think I had seen it before, but I think it was like a year ago, so I hadn't watched it on stream. Good vid. But yeah, ultimately, I do think that Fousey's mentally ill. I do think he is, bro.